Hey everyone, how you doing? Good to be with you fine folks once again. Here in California, we've been getting hit with a lot of rain. Been flooding everywhere. Just 6 months ago, we couldn't water our lawns. Now we're about to lose our bridges and our dams because of raging flood water. But last weekend, we had a rare weekend of bright, warm, sunny days on Saturday and Sunday. So I took advantage of that and went vinyl digging. Went to the great city of Berkeley to do some digging in a couple stores there. So this is what I got out of that cool city, and taking advantage of the rare sunlight that we've been having around here. Okay, so the first store I went to was, well, it used to be called Rasputin. Rasputin in Berkeley recently took their entire vinyl department and moved it to another store a block down the street from where its old location, and mixed it with the bookstore. So the used books and used records all have their own store now, and they call it Mad Monk, I believe. But still the same great inventory that they had before. This is their bag. They don't really have a store bag. They just give you this Cal State Bears official clothing line bag for the records now. But oh well, whatever. This is what I pulled out of that store. What used to be called Rasputin, which is now called Mad Monk. Something that I've been after for a long time, a couple of years maybe a little bit longer. It is Big Country, The Crossing, the green cover. Holy crap, what's wrong with me today? I have been after this particular copy of this album for quite some time, ever since I scored the blue and found out that there's other colors. So I first scored the blue. Great album, by the way, Big Country, The Crossing. A little classic 80s record. Then later I would score the red. And I thought, well, all that's left to do is score the green. Well, a few years passed, and finally last weekend was the day. There it is, the green copy of The Crossing from Big Country. Great 80s album, so it's nice to now have the set here, and very happy to have scored all of them. And yeah, it's just something I didn't think I would do. I kind of gave up on scoring the green copy. It just doesn't turn up in my neck of the woods, or my country, I should say. Unless you go online and order it. You know, of course, I like to find things in the wild. Just makes it more fun for me. And so glad it finally turned up after such a long wait. So glad it turned up. Record sounds awesome, and it just feels good to have. It just feels good to have all three covers. It feels great. It really feels great. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the group Big Country, but big fan of this album. Very big fan of this album, and just to have the whole set now is great. When I saw this on the shelf, my eyes had a heart attack. Something I thought I would never find. I immediately grabbed it. It was going home with me, no doubts about it, and so glad to now have the set as it is here one last time, just to show, because I'm so happy this day finally came to have the set. Look at that. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. So they're all there, and I couldn't be happier. Because I was so happy to have scored that album, I gave another record from Big Country a try, something I was very unfamiliar with, and it's Big Country, Peace in Our Time. I saw this next to that album, the one I just showed you. Thought it looked like a really good copy. It was in good condition, very good condition. It's a gold stamp promo. Don't know if the camera will pick that up, probably not, but it's a gold stamp promo. Hopefully it picks it up. I can't tell from here if it did or didn't. Whatever. It's a gold stamp promo. There's a gatefold record. I was very unfamiliar with this album. It came out in 1988. I think it's the fourth album, or I don't think it's their third. I think it's their fourth album. And though I don't like it as much as The Crossing, it is a good album. There's some good material on here. I think the big complaint from the fans of this band is it's overproduced. The producer on this album was Peter Wolf, who produced this record, and they said it was wrong producer for that band, and maybe they're right. Gave this one listen so far. I gave it one spin, front to back, and I like the material on it. The music on it is good. Maybe it is overproduced or just not the right producer for this band. I'm not sure what the story is. I didn't think it was bad. It's okay. It's okay. I can't say it's going to get a lot of listens from me, but I liked it. So, Big Country, Peace in Our Time. Okay, some 12-inch singles here. I went kind of crazy on 12-inch singles this time out, but some good ones. From Depeche Mode, remix of the song New Life. There's the cover there. Really cool. I always love that song New Life. Just a great song from Depeche Mode from the early days of the band. Back with a remix of the song Shout. So, really, really good. Since I brought it home, I can't stop spinning it. I love listening to the New Life. The remix on here is an extended mix and it sounds really good. Played it probably 3-4 times already and just can't get enough of it. There's the back, not really all that great, but really cool 12-inch single to go into the Depeche Mode collection. This is cool, a Marillion 12-inch single. Been a while since I bought a Marillion record. 12-inch single for the song Lavender. Look at that cover. I love the artwork on this, always have. Never had this on a solid black 12-inch single record. There's the label. Let me just show you the label there. Pretty, isn't it? Pretty, just pretty. Love the song Lavender from Misplaced Childhood, the name of the album. Back with the song Freaks and another extended version of Lavender. Really cool. I had this on a picture disc for years. There we go. Let's see if I can, it's in like 2 sleeves. There we go. So it's always been always had it on a picture disc. Nice to have it up on a regular black 12-inch single. So really cool. I guess whatever I find collectible in Marillion as far as 12-inch singles, I go for it. Because they are I'm a big fan of the band, and they are so much fun to collect. I love collecting anything Marillion. I just realized I don't have any 7-inch records from Marillion, so maybe next time I go digging, that will be the big thing to look out for. Might be hard to score 7-inch records of Marillion. Speaking of Marillion, I might as well show this. I bought a Blu-ray online from their online store. It's called Marillion Out of the Box. It's from 2015. There's 3 Blu-ray discs in here, covering 3 different concerts, 3 different days from Marillion back in 2015. One, they do the album Marbles in its entirety, and the other 2 are just a collection of old songs that they went after. So really cool. On the 3rd disc, they go through a set list, like almost 2-hour set list of all their songs that they release as singles only. So that whole concert is just songs they release as singles, is what they performed. And they start off with Market Square Heroes and Garden Party, to the singles from Misplaced Childhood, Warm Wet Circles, all the way to their last album. Really, really good. I haven't watched all 3 discs yet. I've managed to kill off one of them. I still got 2 more to watch, but so far I love what I see in this band and this collection. So, Marillion. So much good stuff to collect from that band. All right, back to the records here. A couple more 12-inch singles I pulled from Rasputin. From OMD, Genetic Engineering. I can't talk today. Good Lord. It's been a long day. I never seen this 12-inch single before. These are songs from their album Dazzle Ships. A good album. Not their best album, but a good album. And there's a label for those who are curious about what that looks like. Really good song, Genetic Engineering. I love this cover. Really interesting looking cover. So for a few bucks, what the hell, you know, I always give these things a shot. On the B-side is a song, I believe it's pronounced For New, but I could be wrong, I don't know. But anyway, really great, two great songs actually. I love listening to both these songs on here. The A-side and the B-side. Really good pickup for me to add to my OMD collection, which gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So, cool stuff there. Alright, one last 12-inch single pulled from that store. It's from Blondie, Heart of Glass. There we go. The only I wasn't going to get this at first because I have the album that this is from. But I like the label on here with her picture on it. It has the 5.5-minute version, and it has the instrumental version, which barely comes in at 5 minutes. I thought that was pretty collectible, so I just wanted to go ahead and grab it. Really, really cool find. Love that song. She's going to tour this summer with Garbage, and that's a concert tour I really got to check out. Blondie and Garbage, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be this summer. As they tour North America. Got to catch a show from that one. Just got to. Alright, so that's all the finds I pulled from Rasputin. I also visited another store, which is called Amoeba Music. Really good place. Obviously, the best Amoeba store to go to is in Hollywood, because that place is... That place is like fantasy land for a music lover. Whatever your thing is, CDs, vinyl, you know, they got everything there. But the Berkeley Amoeba store, which I believe was the first Amoeba store that they opened up, is also a good place to visit. So I pulled some good stuff out of there. Let me lower this just a little bit when we're shouting over it. The first thing I pulled out of here was a bootleg from the band The Pretenders. This is a bootleg from one of their concerts in 1982, Santa Monica, California, and it's called File Under Pretenders, and the name is Pretending and Hoping. So there we go, and the packaging on this is meant to look like a file folder. As we can see there, see? Really cool. The back, I gotta tape this to the back of this, but it came with this cue sheet here. So 2 record set, and first 3 sides is the Santa Monica concert from 1982. Side 4 contains songs from the US Festival in Southern California in 1983. That was the reason really I wanted to get it, because I have the entire US Festival set from the Pretenders on DVD. Pro Shot DVD, and that was a good set that they did. It's about an hour long. It was wonderful, so I was hoping to find a bootleg that has that entire set list, but I'll take 4 or 5 songs from that show. And just to just to show you something that I thought was funny. This is why I get nervous when I buy bootlegs. Look at the label. The label says big bands of the 30s, and then one side's 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. Completely wrong label on there. It is the Pretenders on all sides, on both records. It just has that label on there, which made me nervous when I bought this. King Toot, big bands of the 30s, featuring the best big bands of all time, made in Chicago. It's really it's a Pretenders bootleg with that label on it. I don't know why they put that label on it, but that's bootlegs for you. You find some wacky shit on them. But a good sounding bootleg, pro recorded, so probably soundboard or radio broadcast. Really good stuff, so I love this. So this was a good find. I love the Pretenders. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them live when they toured with Stevie Nicks recently. I didn't get to catch a show. They came here, I just didn't get to go, but oh well. I got plenty of records, plenty of bootlegs. Like I said, I got the US Festival on DVD. I'm okay with their content. Next record is from Night Jewel. Just a 12-inch single for the song Goes Through Your Head. Been a big fan of hers ever since I saw her in concert a few months ago in LA with Kristen Control. She opened Night Jewel. And then saw them the next day. This time Kristen Control opened, Night Jewel was the headliner. And it was the first time I ever seen Night Jewel. I was pretty unfamiliar. I knew a few songs from her, but really wasn't that familiar. After seeing those two concerts, she won me over. I became a big fan of hers. So I was really happy to see this 12-inch single. Side 1 has the song That Goes Through Your Head. Side 2, Natural Causes. The second song on side 1 is Natural Causes. Side 2 is a remixed extended version of both songs. It Goes Through Your Head and Natural Causes. Really cool find. This was like $8. And it's actually really enjoyable. I liked it, even though there's only 2 songs on here, but it was a pretty enjoyable spin. So Night Jewel has a new album coming out, probably will be this spring or early summer. When I saw her in concert in LA, she sang one of the songs that's going to be on the new record, which sounded awesome. So I cannot wait for her new album to come out. Maybe perhaps see her in concert again in the summertime or so. That would be a blast. She is fun to see live, and I do enjoy her music. And she does it all, in the studio. She's a keyboard player and a vocalist and songwriter. Plays all the instruments, programs the drums, the bass, plays all the keyboards, does all the singing. Obviously live, she has a few musicians playing with her in her band. But in the studio, she's a one-woman band, so you gotta admire that. And really cool. So Night Jewel. All right, this one I took a chance on. It's from the Psychedelic Furs Book of Days. I've never seen this album before. I did not know it existed. It came out in 1989. I looked at the song list. It didn't ring a bell. So I was unfamiliar with anything on this album. But I had such a great time seeing the Psychedelic Furs in concert over the summer, along with the Church. Both bands were fantastic. And now I'm willing to give their albums a chance. This was only a couple of bucks as well. And real good copy, original insert, vinyl's in great shape on the CBS label. And this ended up being a really good album. I actually enjoyed this album quite a bit. Side 1, all the songs were pretty solid in Side 1. They were enjoyable to listen to. Side 2, I would say my favorite was a song called House. Really dug that song. We liked the guitar work. The drums sound powerful as hell on this entire record. A well-mixed record, actually, and a good album. A good album that I didn't know existed until now, and real happy to have it on vinyl. Like I said, ever since I saw them in concert back in the summertime, anytime I see a Furs album, I pick it up. And they're not very expensive, and so far I have not been disappointed. They put out some good records. Very underrated band. Real good, too. Real good to see live. So, Psychedelic Furs. Alright, more 12-inch singles. I went crazy in the 12-inch singles, but I found good stuff. From the band The Smithereens, In a Lonely Place. 12-inch single for that song. Beautiful song. Suzanne Vega does backup vocals on this particular song. Really gorgeous song. So real glad I picked it up. On the B-side, we have 2 live records. Beyond the Wall of Sleep, and 2 live tracks. Beyond the Wall of Sleep and Beauty and Sadness are the 2 live tracks on the B-side. And from what I heard on this record, the Smithereens were one hell of a great live band. I have, I believe, 3 or 4 of their albums, and they're great albums. And hearing the 2 live tracks on here, they were one hell of a live band. This was a good band. I know they still, I think they still tour. They come out every summer, I believe. So if I ever get the chance, I'm going to catch a show by the Smithereens. This was one really good band. And like I said, I only have a few of their albums, but I have not been disappointed by any of them. Really good band, so really glad to put that in the 12-inch single collection. Alright, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. Again from Depeche Mode. 12-inch single for the song Love in Itself. And they also include, that's on the A side. Love the packaging on this, the cover. Though it looks real simple, I think it looks cool. And the B side contains live tracks, Just Can't Get Enough, A Photograph of You, Shout, and Photographic. So the A side plays in 45 speed, B side plays in 33 1/3 for the live tracks. Really good find. It looked like something rare. I've never seen this before, so I thought it'd be a pretty good thing to collect, throw in the Depeche Mode collection. So very nice, very nice. Last one, 12-inch single from Berlin for the song Sex. I gotta admit, this is not my favorite Berlin song. They have better ones, and I have this on a 45. I just never seen it on a 12-inch single before. And because it was only $2, I figured, what the hell? What the hell? Why not? And I went ahead and got it. So, you know, I think the A side has the extended version of the song Sex. The B side has the instrumental version of it. I do like the label on it, the Mercury label. Kind of nice. And that's the only reason I bought it. It does sound good. I played on the stereo. Probably because it's in 45 speed. It's a really good recording, really good mix. Again, not my favorite Berlin song. It's okay. It's okay, but they still sing it live. I think some of the original members of Berlin got back together with Terry Nunn and now doing shows around Southern California. Hopefully they're still doing it by summertime. I can catch a show. I've not experienced Berlin live in person yet, but I would like to. And yeah, I'm sure they're still singing this song, so there we go. That's gonna do it. That is my digs from Berkeley. Hope you guys are all doing well. Preparing for another 2 or 3 days of rain here in Northern California. We've just been pounded with rain ever since January, so can't wait for spring and summer. Just can't wait. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Leave me some comments and we'll start chatting. So take it easy, folks. See you next video.